Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Kings Mutual Arena in Berwick, Nova Scotia. Back in September, 12 teams scratched, clawed, fought, trying to get to the position where these two teams that are left remaining at the end of a provincial championship, and it is up for grabs. Two teams really well not expected to be here. It is the Dartmouth Whalers taking on the ACA Rangers. It is the 2016-2017 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Provincial Hockey Championship gold medal game. My name is Dan Hobson, alongside Cole Whiston and the Bell 5 TV1 crew. As I mentioned, two teams really not expected to be here, but boy, oh boy, it's going to be loud, even though the home team's not here. Let's get your thoughts on this one as we're underway.
Well, just listening to the crowd before the game, when the rosters were being announced, kind of got goosebumps going through you because, I mean, the Whalers can be in 7th place all season long and managed to make it here. They deserve the crowd that's behind them today.
And the thing is that this is sort of like a rematch from the playoff round. And really, the Whalers can thank the Bedford Barons for their series win. It went the full 3 games, Barons over the Axel Hawks, and it could have been gone either way. So the possibility, even the Whalers even just getting here, as they were the wild card team, finishing 7th. Really, the Rangers ended their season in the playoff round, but you know, you cross your fingers and have a little bit of lady luck on your side. Now they just got to take advantage of it and win the championship here. Puck in the center ice area, dumped in there by Christie. Stellar playoffs he's had here. You don't really see his name on the score sheet a lot, but his play has just been like, you know, doing the hard work. There's one right down low on the doorstep there, looking for it. For the Whalers was Alex Rude, and of course he's had success against this team in the past. Alex Rude, of course, 5'4", 105-pounder. Here's Riley Kidney. He got the overtime winner that got the ACA Rangers in this position. You've got the little more veterans here in terms of second-year players for the Rangers against the Whalers, who are just a big finesse team. So this should be a dandy, and they've met 2 times in the regular season and the 2 playoff games. So it's the 5th time they've seen each other, so there could be a little bit of hostility as we just passed the 2-minute mark. Kidney coming up, getting a bump there from Sullivan, and the pop fly caught there by Kelly to stop things. First penalty coming up here, Cole.
Against the Rangers, this is Dartmouth's chance early in the game. Get this power play working and get the first goal of the game. It will be harder to do that for them because of the semifinal they had last night. 6 seconds left in the game. Tyler Millett was called on the sleuth foot, and he got 4 in a game misconduct. And I guess in the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League rules is that any misconduct in the last 10 minutes of play results in a 2-game suspension. So he's not here this game, and if the Whalers win this game and go on to Atlantics, he will miss the first game of that tournament.
Ben Allison, you'll see him out there. Manning the point here, had 4 goals in their game against the Rangers back in November. Rangers coming in strong, and there's a partial stop by Kelly. Just got enough of it and sends it towards the corner. Allison takes a bump from Daniels. Well, we've been talking about how impressed we have been with Allison, and that just gets outside the line as we come up to the 3-minute mark. Whalers in the whites and the Rangers in the blues, and boy, oh boy, playing around with the puck center ice area, almost pickpocketed there by Hunter. Broken stick by Daniels. He'll have to go and get a stick, so now the Rangers will be short a player just a little bit as another one hops on. It's Cole Fawcett, shot down low, stopped by Kelly. Puck goes in behind the net. And Tilly gets it by Rude and down. 42 seconds left in the penalty to Byard. 3.5 gone. Good start here for the Whalers.
Yep.
Here they come out of their own zone. been rude. Possibly Allison. Shot, stop, scores! It just squeaked through 1-0.
There it is. The leading scorer now takes the complete lead in scoring in this tournament. Allison and Hunter were tied at 10 points, and Allison scores the power play goal, which has been the story all tournament, the power play, and this is what they needed to start this game off.
1-0. The Whalers had a regular season of 17 wins, 13 losses, and 3 shutout losses. And they take the early lead. And you and I talked about when we called the Whalers game yesterday, a couple of years ago, they finished first, didn't get a chance to go to Provincials. This year they were the bottom seed here in the Provincials. Maybe it's a turnaround fair play sort of thing. Here is Boyd on the near side trying to get things going for the Whalers. Of course, after that strike, pass a little bit out of the reach of Kidney, and that's sent down the ice on the icing call. Allison, the power play goal at 3:42.
Yeah, and if Griffin, that one was a soft one, yes. But if he's riding off of any high from last night's game in the semis, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Well, now, the thing is that it's game on now for the Rangers, and if they go down 2 here, because the Whalers are just taking it to the Rangers. Here's Kidney now with Merriam and Frazier. The forward line here for the Rangers. They kind of need to strike quickly, but that's not going to happen on that shot there as Taylor had it blocked. He goes down on a knee to keep it in, but it's going to be called on the hand pass. 10:16 left to go, and Chambers has been hot since pretty well the opening game here when they defeated the Kentville Wildcats for the Whalers, and that's the thing that's going to be tough, is that the Rangers are going to have to get some bodies in front there to try to make it so that he can't see anything, and then of course an ugly goal that they have to get. So we come up to the 5-minute mark, set back down the ice, Byard there, and it's going to be waved off as the linesman got there. Thought that Byard could have played it, so we'll continue on. Foston out to center ice area. Foston had a pretty good first round series against these Whalers in the playoffs. Had 2 goals. Played off the boards there. Byard takes a bump there from Dewar. Rangers do get it in, and now things start to get physical here along the near side boards, and the Whalers will just send it high off the glass and down, and it goes right on to Kelly. And he was seeing Hunt and Hughes in the neighborhood, covers up for the whistle. And at this time, we want to remind everybody to watch Inside the AUS on TV1 for a week to look at the players, coaches, and administrators that make Atlantic University sport the ultimate student-athlete experience. Inside the AUS is available to Bell Line 5 customers in Atlantic Canada on Channel 1 and 401, as well as TV1 online. 5 TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliant. 5.5 minutes gone here in this first period, and the Whalers guns firing here. They got a goal, and they're out shooting the Rangers 6-0. I have to say, I believe I'm kind of a little bit surprised, not taking any and meaning any disrespect to the Ryan Boucher team out of Dartmouth, but I was expecting a little bit of a better start from the Rangers. Maybe they'll get things going here on this one. Daniels and Hunter and Hardy, the forward line here for the Rangers. Still yet to get a shot on goal, as I mentioned a couple seconds ago, and they're not going to get one this time, as the Whalers will just flip it high. So far the Whalers are, they're not taking any chances. If they see an opening, they're just sending it down. They don't care about icing it, but a couple of times it hasn't resulted in the icing. But if you're in doubt, just flip it high, saucer it up in the air, and make sure not to give these scorers any chance. Hunter along with Hardy here. Here's Hardy, gets the pass. Hunter driving towards the net, bothered there by Wadden. Turned over there by the blue line, and back comes 3 Whalers the other way. Sack hits Allison in behind the boards. Allison trying to romp around, and Matthews hits him there just before he can come around. Still in behind the icing line. Sullivan up there. Looks back, sees that the point was vacated, so they'll keep it down. And meantime, the Rangers will come up with the puck. Hardy and Merriam. Here's Merriam. If they made a little bit of a line change, Hardy's going to go off. He's gassed. So Merriam's all by himself here for the Rangers. Matthews and Sack along the blue line. There is Matthews. Tees up the shot, and that's blocked by Christie. And a good stick by Christie once again. I said his play has been stellar here in the championships. He may not be on the scoring sheet as much as Allison has, but he's done it in his own end, preventing any chances. There's a whack and their first shot on goal down low, and it's a couple of big stops there by Chambers early on. 8 seconds shy of the halfway point, and Chambers looks like it's going to be a tough task for the Rangers even just to get one, so all of a sudden the pressure's on Kelly to make sure not to give up that second one.
Yeah, I mean, it's also Chambers has to stay warm somehow. If the Rangers are going to not get their start that they wanted to, he's going to have to stay warm and make sure that the next shot that comes to him, he can get.
Byron, a shot blocked, and I'm not really a statistical person, but I believe that's the third shot there by the Rangers. They are doing well getting into the shooting lane. In the meantime, coming down from the other wing there for Hunter. Stopped there by Chambers, rolls back in on him, and he'll cover up. So after a cold start there, Rangers just like that have quick 4 shots on Chambers. And they haven't been easy, and they have not been easy. They have not been long ones from well out. They've been down low into the slot.
Yeah, no, once the Rangers get going, they seem to keep that momentum going throughout the whole game.
Of course, interesting tweet sent out by Andre Lefebvre. Lefebvre mentioned last night in the broadcast, for those who just tuned in, former head coach of the Landmark Gulls. He was really impressed. Oh my! I'll finish that story. That was close as I took that bounce off that board again. We've seen that throughout the championships. Finish my point on Lefebvre. He was the former coach of the Landmark Gulls. Was really impressed with the way the Gulls played in their game against the Rangers. And of course they came out on the short end and the Gulls lost in the bronze medal to Western. But he also sent out a good luck tweet to the head coach of the ACA Rangers, Paul Hunt, really hoping that he could, win this here. So he's Paul Hunt getting some support here from some former coaches. Of course, they coached last year against each other, Lefebvre and Hunt. Lefebvre now, of course, assistant here in this very building for the Junior A Wildcats of the Maritime Hockey League. Puck back into the Whalers zone. Spinning away is Sullivan. Coming up to 6.5 left to go. Opening period. Allison, the lone goal at 3:42 on the power play. Taylor will settle things down here. Played offside. They were allowed to get out of their own zone, but the Whalers touch up, and there they come back. Here's Ware now. Trying to set it up inside the Dewar. Out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, had 15 points in the regular season for these Whalers. Now the Rangers breaking out 2 wide there as Fosston has had pretty good success against these Dartmouth Whalers. Fosston, they mentioned, loves playing this team, had 2 goals in the playoff round, and he also had some success in the regular season as well, getting 2 points in the season series. Matthews, stopped by Chambers.
What a stop by Chambers. He played that way right. I mean, I thought I was even thinking that the guy was going to go to Chambers right, but he managed to just get the shot off, and Chambers knew what he was doing.
There's a penalty coming up to Sullivan. We got to be careful, see if it's a check to the head, if it's a 2 or a 4. That's the first indication by the official. It is a check to the head for Sullivan. 9:34. But I mean, just a couple of seconds ago I was talking about how the shots were 6-0, just like that, it's 6-5. And the thing is, that was Matthews, a defenseman, going in there, and he's known more for his defensive prowess than his offensive ability. I'm sure that if it was probably Riley Kidney or somebody like Frazier would be dropping in at center ice to be 1-1. Byard now through a maze of players. That hits somebody out front. Comes to Hunter, who's going to play the point here on the power play. Byard, one-timer into the net. out of play. 5:06 left here in the first period. Join our own Scott Squires for the East Coast Sports Show on 5TV1 and get up to date on what's happening across the TV1 sports landscape. The East Coast Sports Show is available on demand to Bell Line 5 customers in Atlantic Canada and on Channel 1 and 41, as well as online at bellline.ca/TV1. 5TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliant. Alongside my broadcast colleague Cole Wiston, my name is Dan Hobson. No, I am not Steve Coolius, but I do have a little bit of the raspy voice, being here since Thursday, calling all of these games. Championship Sunday here on Bell 5 TV1. Whalers struck early in the first. Allison on the power play at 3:42 is where we stand right now. If you're just tuning in here on a Sunday afternoon from Berwick, Nova Scotia, 1:22 left in the Sullivan minor penalty for a check to the head. Hunter will send it back to Byard, Kidney, and Merriam out here on this power play. Also up there is Fraser. Fraser had also lots of success against the Whalers. The playoff run scores! Byard! They set the screen up, and that's exactly what they had to do. And the penalties are killing. It's 1-1.
That was a lot of bodies in front. I mean, there's no way Chambers even had a chance at that one. Great job by the Rangers on the power play. That's another power play goal.
And that was really muchly needed. Time 10 minutes and 32 seconds. Power play goals for each team has us even at 1. So after that, a little bit of a slow start there by the Rangers. Might have been a little bit of nerves, but they're looking good right now. Byard with the goal. At 10:32, the official announcement. Here's Ray, Foston, and Daniels. Ray will dump it in. So now I'm sure that Hunt and Boucher telling his boys to be really careful. Do not take anything in terms of penalties. It could cost you the championship.
Leading scorers are back at tied. Allison and Hunter are back now at 11 points.
Hunter got a Fraser on that goal by Byard. Foster with a good stick, got there, seen it. That was telegraphed pretty well by the Whalers. Nice work there as Wadden kept it in, but Daniels also just got it out, so it was delayed offside. Whalers dump it back in. They're onside right now. There's a lead pass intended for Riley Kidney, and boy, that had a lot on it. There's nothing really Kidney could do, so Rangers have iced the puck with 3:20 left to go in the first. Where to take the draw here? Of course, in the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League, you ice the puck, you're not penalized, so the players are allowed to make changes. Sent back out center ice area, slapped in wide of the net. Where over there for the Whalers, Dewar as well. There's a meeting there as Christie comes up trying to pinch in to keep it in. Or pardon me, it was Boyd. Of course, one of the big stories you talked about was Millett not in the lineup here. He had 2 in the game in their semifinal win last night. Not in today. We'll see if that hurts the Whalers in terms of scoring. He's one of their big men too. He was the top goal scorer in the regular season, Millett was. He had 17 and 10 assists. Scores!
Wow, how did he pick that corner? That was great shooting.
Riley Kidney makes it 2-1.
Guys like Kidney and Hunter are going to have to play a really big part in this game if they want to come out with the championship.
12:27. And after that lackluster start, we talked 6-0 in shots. The Whalers haven't had one in quite a while. 7-6 in shots now. This thing's going down, up and down, just like a roller coaster, and it's a 2-1 lead now for the Rangers. Tapped out. Here's Watton now. from well out. There was a brief rebound there in the blue ice, smothered there by Kelly. And those loud Whaler fans that have made the trip up the Dartmouth goal, they're a little bit quiet right now. 2-1. And for the Whalers, they've had their first shot in probably well over 3.5 minutes. Here's Watt now off the Whalers win. 2:08 left to go.
Oh.
And McGinnis walked away. Watt with another chance.
Good stick by Kelly.
You like offense. This has been a fantastic game so far. Here's Allison with the pickpocket. Hunter bothering him. Sack also in the neighborhood, but Daniels will come up with it. Saucers it up to the middle. Hunter with the good hands just to get to the center ice area. Matthews the rest of the way there for the Rangers. Trying to keep it in there was Kelsey's, one of the graduating players or senior players there, playing his last major midget game this afternoon. Of course, he'd love to represent Nova Scotia at the Atlantic Championships, and they're taking place in Cornwall, Prince Edward Island, April 6th to 9th. Our very own Jordan Ellis and the Bell 5 TV1 crew will be there to bring you full coverage of that. Of course, the Tricom Thunder out of Newfoundland, Labrador, going to be representing that province. They were watching the games last night, and I bet they're probably watching this one here, taking some notes and seeing who they're going to be playing in April. Kidney, the go-ahead goal, trying to, with one hand, get it to Tilly. Tilly in there as well, as I mentioned. Now he'll go towards the net, number 14 in the blue jersey. Coming up to 1 minute left to go in the first period. Tilly and Christie pump along the boards. Ware has a chance to clear for the Whalers. He'll get it up to Boyd. Boyd on Taylor, one-on-one, will dump it in, go for a change. Black, the little defenseman there for the Rangers, has it with a burst of speed. The bigger Hughes. What a collision that is, and Hughes actually goes down, and Black, gives him a little bit of push, and Whalers got away with when they kicked the stick away from Black. Back in the corner, they'll go far side. Morgan gets there tied. There's a shot along the ice. It goes for the blue ice and out the other side. 27 seconds left. Here's Tilly dumping it in and takes a bump, but the Whaler player takes the worst of it. In the meantime, it'll be brought back as play is whistled down with 22 seconds left. What action here, Cole Wilston?
Yeah, this is a really fast game. This is about offense and not defense.
Allison kicked out of the face-off circle by the linesman, so McGinnis will have to go in. McGinnis out of Hammond's Plains 5-5. He had a goal and assist in the playoff series versus the Rangers. Rangers won that best of 3, 2-0. 7 seconds left. In behind the net, one of the Whalers players goes down. 2 seconds. They'll get out of their own zone, but they won't get a shot at Kelly. And after a very good first start, good start there by the Rangers in the first period, or Whalers there in the first period. They had a goal by Allison to start things at 1-0, and were really taking the play to the Rangers. The Rangers bounced back there in the second half of that 15-minute period, and they have 2 goals to report. And the shots are now 9-7 in favor of the Whalers, but Riley Kidney as well as Byard, the goal markers there for the Rangers. 15 minutes of play down into the books. Pretty good period. That
was an exciting period. I mean, great start by the Whalers, but then the Whalers needed to keep their foot on the pedal and continue on with the pressure they were pushing, and instead they didn't, and the Rangers came back, created their own pressure, and capitalized on 2 chances.
Yeah. While we have this moment, we want to remind everybody to visit bellline.ca/TV1 for the TV1 live webcast schedule and on-demand content. You'll also get information on TV1 live events available only to Bell Line 5 customers in Atlantic Canada on Channel 141. 5 TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliance. Fans here at the Kings Mutual Center, a.k.a. the Apple Dome, making some noise here as we begin the second period. Hunt, Ware, and Dewar, the line here for the Whalers. Merriam, Kidney, and Frazier for the Rangers. Merriam drops it back. It's a shot high over the glove of Chambers. Rangers should be happy they've managed to get 2 goals on Chambers. He has just been stellar here in these championships. That's chopped into the bench. Out of play. 22 ticks off the clock here in the second period. But we talked earlier about how they had to get bodies in front of the net, and that's how they got their tying goal. Byard with the wrist shot from the blue line. So now the Whalers maybe need to start defending back deep when the Rangers start getting some pressure going. Baldwin will dump it in. That does not have enough gas for icing, and the Rangers send it back out. Christie from well out, a wrist shot down low off the end boards. Here is Merriam trying to go around Baldwin, and Baldwin does a great job of putting up the big wall and denying the big man from Milford a chance to go in for a good scoring opportunity as we pass the 1 minute mark. Rangers making changes. Ware says that, wants the lead pass, gets it. He's all by himself there, so he'll dump it in towards the corner. Now the Whalers will make changes. Allison back out there along with Ben, Rude, and Hunt. That hits the body there. Merriam stays in briefly. Rangers do clear it. 1.5 minutes gone here in the second period. Lead pass, they tried to hit Daniels, picked off by Watton. Back center ice it is. Looking up, taking some time. Here is Ben Rude. He's spinning away there from Ray. Couple big men going after each other. Rude with a burst of speed there. Here he comes. Looks like he's going to go for a skate up to McGinnis. McGinnis with a wrist shot hits the body of Matthews. Matthews, as I mentioned earlier, stellar stay-at-home defenseman. Just 10 points in the regular season, as I mentioned, and he had a good chance there in a breakaway earlier in the period. Here's Hunter saucering over, and unable to connect there is Daniels. One of the two vets here of this team, Frazier and Daniels, unable to connect that time. Whoa, there's a big bad stick there. The poke towards the corner there by McGinnis, but he almost put it right into the slot area. Ben Allison now. Looks like he's going to try to split the D. He doesn't spin around, but lost the puck in the process. Oh, there was a big hit there. Christie and Hunter. Hunter was right in the trolley tracks, and Christie could have put him out if he had a little bit of speed up. Christie, a big man, of course, at 160 pounds out of 10 Talon. 10 Talon, of course, known for the hockey program, the Testa program, and probably could have played for these Lenworth Gulls easily. Follow in, Alex Rude, couple of whacks, and the stop by Kelly.
Great stop by Kelly. I mean, he's doing great for these Rangers this tournament. He's been their guy, and he's going to continue to be their guy through this game.
Yeah, he has been fantastic here. Of course, the thing is that he learned a lot, playing last year as a backup to Tristan Cawley, and Tristan Cawley was a southpaw goaltender, but one of the stellar reasons why the all-credit hockey team out of the East Hants area did very well last year. Were not able to win the Provincials last year, but they have players that played in that and are here once again. And they know that this is pretty well their best chance because it's going to be probably sort of like a rebuild year with some of these new players, but the future looks pretty good because Merriam, Kidney, Sack are in their first years. They were Pee-wees last year. So we're coming up to the 4-minute mark here. The Rangers leading by a score of 2-1. Goals by Byard and Kidney. Whalers struck first. Allison in the first at 3:43 on the power play. 4-minute mark. Here's Byard now with a burst of speed. He's going to go for a rush. Byard from a sharp angle out the other side. Frazier, oh, he gets hit. A big hit there by Griffin Moore. Now he's up there looking for the pass, and a nice defensive play by Ben Lawrence. Lawrence pretty well a stay-at-home defenseman as well. Ben Rude, nice stick there by Riley Kidney. Speaking of Kidney, he gives it to the Kidneys there of Ben Rude. Just a little bit of a check right into the back. Rude with a wrist shot, steered away by Kelly, left the juicy rebound. There's a waster. Oh, how'd that not get in? Just put it on net and anything can happen, eh, Cole?
Oh, I don't know how that didn't go in. It didn't look like Kelly was set on his post in time for the shot, and it managed to stay out.
Could that be the break there that the Rangers get?
The pressure's going back and forth. I mean, look, the Whalers are back on their heel, or the Rangers are back on their heels now because the Whalers are getting their pressure going.
Yeah, it just seems like, almost like replay of what the first period was. Like Whalers coming out and giving it once again. 12-7 on the shots. Rangers have been stuck at 7 for quite a while. There's a couple of whacks for the Blue Ice. There they are. Got to clear some bodies, and now play is blown dead.
I wonder how he's going to keep track of those shots.
Maybe after all those whacks, they're only going to get one. It's 13-7 the shots.
They definitely had more than one shot. Kelly made more than one save in that sequence. Great job by Kelly. He's recovering from those rebounds and getting to the pucks.
Oh, Hunter with the face-off win, and he actually went by and blew by. Oh, and tried to hit Kelsey, and Kelsey was ahead of play. They'll bring it back outside the line on the offside. Exactly 5 minutes gone here in the second period. But, give Hunter credit for that. He went in the face-off, and then he just kept on driving. He's not scared. I mean, you know that the Whalers are a little bit of the bigger team here. They've got some size and weight on them. Fraser just didn't care. He just kept on going. No icing here. 9:46 left to go. Second period. Rangers up 2-1. It's Bell 5 TV1's coverage of the championship game from the 2016-2017 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Championship Final. The gold medal in the building. The hardware ready to be handed out. Will it be going back to Dartmouth or will it be going to East Hants? That's offside with 9:20 left. Second period. Bend but don't break mentality. Kelly pretty well the reasons why so far that it is a 2-1 hockey game. The busier of the two goaltenders. 12 saves, Cole.
Yeah, it looks like he's riding off the high from last night.
And this is a thing, it is a team game because Dodge came in the round robin portion, gave Kelly a little bit of a rest. Or thing is that he would be in the same sort of schedule as Chambers. Chambers has been in all the games, except for 97 seconds. You got to wonder, we were thinking, man, in the game that we did yesterday, well, of course, it was the Kings game in the morning that we covered here on Bell 5 TV1, and Rutledge gave up 8. You got to wonder if he was a little bit tired. So that's the question here, of course, is the fatigue level here of these Whalers. They had 2 games on Thursday, had 2 games on Friday, and then they had to sit and wait to see if they were going to be able to qualify for this, and they did as they got in that 4th spot with 5 points. 1 win and 3 ties. Sullivan now going to go for a dash. Cutting towards the middle and rolling right in on Kelly. And stoppage in play with 8:09 left. So that's the thing that you got to be concerned about too for the Whalers is 2 games on Thursday, 2 games on Friday, and then had a little bit of a rest. Didn't have to play the round robin in the morning. Had enough in the tank to get through last night. Where they are, that's a lot of hockey in a short amount of time.
Yep, but this is also the Rangers' 6th game too, and they played 2 games yesterday and coming back to play today, so.
That's a very excellent point. So pretty well the energy level, everybody should be about the same, but not puck flips over the glass and out of play. And talking to the coaching staffs throughout the entire provincial championships, they say they're used to this because when you play in big tournaments, because not only do they play league play, but they play in tournaments like the East Coast Ice Jams, of course, some of the other events that we cover here on Bell 5, TV1. They're used to this type of schedule where they have to maybe play sometimes even 3 times in the day.
Yeah.
So conditioning really shouldn't be a factor, but you also got to wonder, also, as you say, that Millet suspension, how costly is that going to be? Like, we were covering the game, and, just telling by the body language coming from the coaching staff of the Whalers, you knew that it wasn't a good situation of him playing here today. 4 seconds shy of the halfway point here in this second period. It's been all Whalers here. The shots were 9-7 after the opening period. the Rangers haven't even got a shot on goal yet. 6-0 the shots here in the second period as this bounces up into the air. Sent back in. Here's Watt now. A little bit of pressure there from Hunter. Sends it to an open wing. Riley Kidney trying to poke it past Rude, but Rude with the big long stick denied that chance. Here's Brody Frazier. Frazier at our upper 9 Mile River, Nova Scotia. He had a goal in the 4-3 win back in October against these Dartmouth Whalers. Out here on a line with Hunter and Kidney. Matthews and Sack, the defense pairings here for the Rangers. And now the Whalers will send 4 wide, starting with Boyd. And they're unable to hit. McGinnis cutting towards the net. Watton holds the line. Just momentarily, and here it is, a 3-on-2, now making a 3-on-3. Hunter over to Frazier, stopped by Chambers.
Great job by Chambers. You've seen Rude, as he was backing up and making that 2-on-1 play, he's seen one of his players coming back with him, so he pointed at that guy saying, you get that guy, I'll get the shooter, and that's what made Chambers come up with the save.
But I think it made it really that Frazier really ran out of real estate. He slammed his stick in disgust after the play, so most likely they're thinking that was a good chance here to get a 2-goal lead. Of course, it'd be the first 2-goal lead of the game there for the Rangers as the Whalers struck early here in the opening period to lead 1-0, 2 straight for the Rangers, and they needed that. Couple of quick shots there, and now they're on the shot clock total here in the period as they were shut out to this point. Now they have 2 here in this period, which has 6 minutes left. Sullivan will go back. Lead pass there for Moore, a little bit too far out of his reach. Morgan following up, will get by him. There's Ware spinning around, trying to get away from Foston. Foston with a nice pass there to Merriam. Merriam setting up Tilly, but Tilly unable to handle it. In the meantime, Black fell down, but he gets back up. That could have been a dangerous rest there for the Whalers, as blowing a tire was the small defenseman there. Black out of Sackville. Dumped in, Rangers make a change. We'll like to see that lead pass. There it comes. And nice piece of work there by Lawrence as he got over just in the nick of time. Ware will dump it in. Kelly can't settle it down, goes towards the corner. Now the Whalers will change. And they're trying to hit Hunter. That's picked off by Rude, who just came into the play. Shot towards the net. And a close chance. Deflection almost got by Kelly. 5 left to go in the second period. Ray now can't get it out. Actually, it was a nice pass. Coming in there was Hunter with some speed. I didn't think he was going to do that. Now with the blow by, trying to center there to Daniels, and that's out of his reach. Sack takes a bump but keeps it in. Ray now backhander wide towards the net. Oh! Coming on. There's a big hit behind the play. Shot, scores! Hunter squeezed through Chambers. Oh, that's going to take the wind out of the sails of these Whalers. It's 3-1.
Yeah, and I don't know.
This is the third shot here in the period there, and it gets past the wickets and in.
That kind of looked like the Whalers' first goal on Kelly. It kind of soft went through the 5-hole, and Chambers is going to want that one back.
10:28, second period. There's Hunter as you hear the announcement. Ray and Daniels the assist at 10:28. And kind of frustrating here for the Dartmouth Whalers. Just the third shot on goal, as I mentioned a couple of seconds ago. And it goes in. Couple of whacks. Referee might have lost sight of the puck and blew it down with 3:52 left. 7-save performance for Chambers, and personally myself, my friend, I'm kind of really surprised by that. I was really kind of expected a better effort. But the thing is, Chambers has been riding pretty well most of this provincial championship. Ty Allison has only been in for 97 seconds, but you would figure that maybe getting right close to the fatigue factor is, of course, Chambers.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, but he's been their starter all year, so he knows that he's the guy and he needs to come out on top.
Well, there is no tomorrow. There's one from the blue line that's stopped there by Chambers. Byard really, all of a sudden becoming a little bit of a weapon here for the Rangers as he's got their first goal back in the first period and really starting to set things up. Byard of the infield, Nova Scotia. 6'1", 195-pounder. Hunter, who scored the last goal for the Rangers, out to take the draw here with 3:31 left. Ware's going to be kicked out of the face-off circle. Alex Rugg will come in and take it. And that was dropped unfairly, so now Hunter's going to leave the face-off circle. Kelsey will come in. Clean win there by the Rangers. Or the Whalers, pardon me. Here is Alex Rugg there. Can't get it out. Byard once again from up top. And stopped there by Chambers. And Chambers maybe looking a little bit shaky here. Just 9 saves this afternoon. Kelly definitely, of course, been the better of the two goaltenders and faced more rubber. Here's Ware now, the backhander. Kelly was a little bit slow coming back to the other post, and there was a chance there for the Whalers down low. 3 wide. Hunter along with Byard. He'll join the rush. Hardy drives towards the net.
Oh!
And Byard, a little bit of a weapon here, as I mentioned, with a wrist shot that didn't miss by much, and Chambers stops that one. This Ranger team, of course, Riley, Kidney, as well as Hunter, Frazier, they're scoring weapons, as well as Merriam. But I've been really impressed by Zach Byard. But this is the thing, he's one of the team leaders here. That was dropped unfairly. Just 1 second came off the clock. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left here in the second period. Daniels trying to shoot it right off the draw. Gets nothing on it. And the Whalers will flip it high and go in after it. Matthews takes a bump there from McGinnis. Here's Morgan now. Sends it towards the net through a maze of players and out the other side. Foston does a nice little bit of feet work there to get away. Now he'll go in after it, but it's Morgan there for the Whalers. Foston goes down. Puck in behind the net. Merriam. One-timer there by Sack. The forward Penguin connection trying to come together on that one. Sack didn't get really much on the twig for that. Here's McGinnis off the turnover, but there's no Whalers in sight. Goes in towards the far side corner with 1:50 left. Rangers once again break it out. A trip there. Some of the Ranger fans thought there should be a penalty. Referee keeps his arm down and will continue on. 1:38, a shot stopped by Kelly. Goes towards the corner. Christie following up. In behind the boards, there's Dewar. Dewar trying to bring it from behind the net. And that's blocked. There's a shot. Once again, Rangers getting in the passing and shooting lanes. And here's a chance for Daniels, but Christie right there for the Rangers. Here's another foot race as Merriam is near the end of a shift, takes a bump from Sullivan, and now he'll go off for a change with just 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go as we're approaching that 1 minute mark left to go in the period. Here's the danger zone time here for the Rangers as Allison is going in. Allison through the blue ice, scores!
Wow, that's a big goal. Now they have the third period to get that extra time goal.
I mentioned danger zone. The only thing they need to do is call Kenny Loggins, but not enough time to do that. They put it up on the wrong side. It's 3-2, pardon me. They have it as 4-1, but it's 3-2. There, they'll fix it right now. That is a big goal. The dying seconds here of the second period.
Back and forth, back and forth.
And that's just what's happened here throughout this. As Allison gets going. Allison does the work. And then, of course, the garbage picked up there by the Whalers. It's 3-2. You got to wonder now if this will give the Whalers a little bit of a boost coming out for third period in about 15 minutes of time. There's only 16 seconds left here in the second period. Root now looks up at the clock. Gets the center ice area. Will flip it in from well out. Stopped there by Kelly. He'll play it. 4 seconds left. Taylor's going to just eat it and kill the remaining seconds off the clock.
Wow.
How big that goal is at 14:07 for the Whalers, 3-2 after 30 minutes of play. The second period a little bit different from the first, but the second period good start by the Whalers, a pushback by the Rangers, and then the Whalers. And I said it when Allison was going down, he had a little burst of speed. It was going to be danger zone time because we've seen that. He goes for the rush. He may not get the goal, but he always gets the assist, and the garbage gets put in by the Whalers, and that's where we stand after 30 minutes of play.
I said at the beginning of the broadcast that the top scorers needed to be the top scorers in this game, and they have been. Allison has picked up 2 points, Hunter's picked up 2 points, and Hurlbert, the scorer for the Whalers, has picked up a goal. So everybody's doing what they need to be doing. It's not going to be a goaltender duel like we had in the semis. It's going to be an offensive duel.
Okay, so we're going to take a break here from the Kings Mutual Arena. We'll be back here in about 14 minutes here on Bell 5 TV1 for third period action between the Dartmouth Whalers and the all-credit Auto Rangers at the 2016-2017 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Provincial Hockey Championships here on Bell 5 TV1. Waiting for the teams to arrive here for third period action. You're watching Bell 5 TV1's coverage of the championship game between the ACAA Rangers and the Dartmouth Whalers. 3-2 the score, the Rangers leading the Whalers. Just want to remind everybody to visit belllive.ca/TV1 for the TV1 live webcast schedule and on-demand content. You'll also get information on TV1 live events available only to Bell Line 5 customers in Atlantic Canada on Channel 1 and 401. 5 TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliance. My name is Dan Hobson, joined alongside here by my broadcast colleague Cole Liston and the Bell 5 TV1 crew. This feels like a UFC fight for sure. Back and forth they go. Whalers get the first punch, counter punch there by the Rangers. They actually go ahead, and then the Whalers with a little bit of fight there towards the end of that second period, getting that really crucial goal. 3-2 is where we stand. This should be a dandy of a third period, so put your seatbelts on, everybody. Here we go.
Yeah, the Whalers coming off that late goal in the second period need to keep riding that and go all the way through this third period, and hopefully they can capitalize early.
We're in the intermission. Had a chance to speak to Finn. I'll finish that break here after there's 2-on-1. Merriam now, wrist shot, stop! Chamber sprawling, and whistle stops play as the net's off its moorings as the Whaler gives a push to a Ranger player. To finish my point, I had a gentleman come over here, introduce himself, and says that the legendary broadcaster Jerry Lawrence is watching back home and says we're doing a fantastic job, so thank you, Jerry. Of course, the longtime morning man for Halifax radio stations, a legendary broadcaster, and he had a really great segment called Hello Metro. It was really funny. And of course, it's out there on the YouTube if you ever want a chance to listen to it, Cole. It is really funny stuff that he's done. So say hi to Jerry watching back home in Halifax. Kelly was going to go for the puck, but the Rangers get it out of the blue ice, and they'll get it to the blue line, but no further, as the Whalers with a little bit of pressure here in this third period. Almost reminiscent of the way they started the second and the first. Christie with a wrist shot, hits a body out front. McGinnis taking one there for the team as he got in the way of that shot. Of course, McGinnis with the Whalers, so saw that last night with Bobby Ryan getting in the way of a shot, and it left a little bit of a mark on him, and he was hurt, but McGinnis seems to be okay. 1:10 gone here in the third period. The Hardware's in the building. Medals are also as well. Will they be going with the Rangers or the Whalers? Still lots of time here in this hockey game. 3-2 score, Rangers leading the Whalers. Hunter, the veteran here, will dump it in. Eludes a hit. Whaler fans react. Minute and a half gone. Third period. Whalers will come up with the puck, and Ben Rude allowed to get his legs going. Rude spins, leaves it for Alex Rude. There's a waster, that hits high, and it hits the netting, and it's out of play. 8 seconds shy of 2 minutes gone here in the third period. At this time, we want to remind everybody to join our very own Scott Squires. He'll chat with Cyril Lunny tomorrow morning. It is the CTV Morning Live Sideline Scoop at 8:40 a.m. Atlantic, 9:10 Newfoundland, Labrador time. And you can get up to date on some of the events that we've covered here. And it's the CCAA Men's Basketball Championships over in Charlottetown. Our very own Stephen Campbell was there covering that. And these championships that you're watching right now, folks, will be mentioned on the program. So tune in tomorrow on CTV Morning Live Atlantic with Cyril Lunny and our very own TV1's Scott Squires. 2 minutes and 5 seconds gone here in this third period. The Whalers pressuring. They got a late period goal there by Ware and a nice rush by Allison. And that sounds like a broken record. Here's Raleigh Kidney going in. Scores! Wow. I'm telling you, he does not look like a first-year player playing in this league.
No, he looks like a vet, you're right. And he shows off his rookie skills here today in this championship game.
Well, the thing is, I covered the Pee Wee Provincial Championships last year, and Lance, he was a member of the Penguins. He put on a show then, and that was almost similar to what he did in Pee Wee. He puts on the Jets, he gets going. That's 4-2 now.
Rangers go home to second of the game, score number 12,
You hear the announcement here. Unassisted, 2-14. 2-19, pardon me. And the Rangers pressing. They want a penalty here. None forthcoming. 2 minutes and 40 seconds gone. Must be kind of frustrating as a hockey player. Whalers came out after the puck drop of third period. Pressure in the Rangers zone. Rangers get one chance, and it's in the net.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the second period was the best period for the Whalers, considering they started off with good pressure, and it just carried through the whole second period. And then this period, it looked like it was going to be around the same thing. They started out with good pressure, and then the Rangers just capitalized on their chance.
Still plenty of time still to go as we were in the past the 3rd minute mark here of the 3rd period. Gold medal game here, the Major Bantam Hockey League Championships from Berwick, Nova Scotia. The building known as the Apple Dome, Kings Mutual Center. And at this time, we'd like to thank the host committee. They have just been fantastic. And it's just been, they've been just great with us, really accommodating and just friendly staff. So the Kings Mutual Valley Wildcats, of course, they would have loved to be here. There's a waster there on a sharp angle there by Ben Root, is stopped by Kelly. But kudos to the organizing committee as well as the entire Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League for putting on a good show. Oh, that one is trying to sneak by. Close call there. Kelly, I don't think he'd get any closer to the post without knocking even the net down call up. He was just trying to jam and hoping for the best. Yeah. And the best did result. Of course, Todd Watson is in behind the glass. You might see him in the picture in just a couple of seconds. President of Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League. Fantastic job done by this committee as well as the president of the league. We really appreciate being here, and we hope that the fans back home did as well. But once again, kudos to the organizing committee here in beautiful Berwick, Nova Scotia, and the Kings Mutual Valley Wildcats for a fantastic job here in this tournament. 4-2 the score. Here's Kelsey getting a rare shift here. He's got a line with Foston and Kidney. Kidney, difference maker here, has 2 goals. 2-goal lead for the Rangers over the Whalers. Coming up to the 4.5 minute mark here. Allison now, once again, and a nice stick there, and that's the thing. They got to be careful defensively. Sack out of Indian Brook, Nova Scotia. I believe some of his family members were here at the game yesterday watching. Of course, he was his teacher last year was Greg Marr, a friend of mine, so I don't know if Greg's watching home. If he is, I'll say hello out in Indian Brook, Nova Scotia. Penalty coming up here.
Against the Rangers.
Well, this is big here as Foster will sit 2 or less. Four minutes and 39 seconds.
This is probably the biggest power play for the Railers this tournament.
And that's been the story, has been power plays, as you have been keeping stats, and just like a statistician, and anytime a team goes a man down, they've sort of paid for it here in this championship. They're trying to hit Merriam. That's a little bit out of his reach, but Merriam will probably go down there and probably try to freeze it along the boards here, try to kill some seconds here. Whalers, 2 players back. There's a lead pass. That actually hits a body. Taylor had a chance, but it was a bouncing puck. Luckily for him, Whalers would have been off to the races the other way. Here is Byard. He's going to go for a skate. Going in after it. and takes a bump in the process. I've really liked Byard's play here as the first goal there for the Rangers. 1 minute to go in the Foston penalty. Whalers not really able to generate anything on the power play. Allison misses that pass, and Matthews had a chance to dump it down and didn't get much on it. In the center ice area, back comes Ben Rude. Over to Tour. Rude cut towards the net, unable to deflect it. Kelly might have got a piece of it.
Oh, he got a piece of it with his pad. Great save by Kelly.
Yeah. Lots of bodies there. It screened everything here for a broadcast location. But a nice setup there. Ben Rude got a little bit of it, and as my broadcast colleague said, he got a piece of it. 20 seconds left. Foster penalty shot. Kelly with the save. And sack. Last year was no more for his offensive prowess with the Penguins. Big moment there as he cleared it out of harm's way. It was in the high slot. 3 seconds left, the Foston penalty. And it has been served. He goes for a change. 13 minutes and 15 seconds left. Tilly there, up to Hunter. Hunter reverses speed, puts the brakes on, shot. Big blocker save by Chambers as it goes towards the corner. Byard tried to flip it in. Tilly tried to get in the rest of the way. Whalers dump it out. Taylor brought it in, so they'll have the touch up. And this will allow the Whalers to break out, but they only get the center ice and no further. There's contact there as Frazier takes a bump. There it is out front. Penalty coming up, and Chambers covers up. Roughing the call. Wow.
That was some end-to-end hockey.
Want to remind everybody this live stream of the 2016-2017 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Provincial Hockey League Championship from Berwick, Nova Scotia, proudly presented by 5TV1. 5TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliance. And of course this championship, some footage will be on the Sideline Scoop tomorrow morning. On CTV Morning Live Atlantic, Scott Squires and Cyril Lunny will talk about the weekend's action. And while we have this second, I want to personally congratulate Josh Whitty and the rest of the Holland College Hurricanes. Third place finish, bronze medal at the CCAA Men's Basketball Championships. He had a big stallions on his team of Chick and Wiley as well, as he had some beast in Roosevelt, as I mentioned, Chick and Wiley. And he also had a former player that played for the Acadia Axemen this year, and Trevon Grant. So they have just some stellar basketball players there playing for Holland. Chick and Wiley, as well as Chitty Majoke, Travis Adams. Congratulations to you from behalf of Bell 5 TV1, and we're glad to bring you those championships to you. So let's focus here on the gold medal that's up for grabs here between the Rangers and the Whalers from Berwick, Nova Scotia. 11:47 left to go in the period. Rangers can taste it here, but of course the Whalers will have a lot to say. Hunter trying to set things up, and that's picked off by the Whalers, and here they go. Ben Rude. Oh, and a nice play there by Riley Kidney. And they'll come up with the puck, and they're going to try to get Hunter in behind the play. Frazier now will hit Hunter, but the Whalers will set it down. McInnes here as they are trying to kill a penalty. That has 34 seconds left in the Christie penalty. He's off for roughing. Allison, oh boy, this could be a big one. No, it rolls off his stick before he can even get a shot. And Byard gives him the business. Allison shakes his head trying to get the cobwebs out. Thought there might have been a check to the head penalty, but play continues on with 10:47 left. 6 seconds left in the Christie penalty. What a big hit there that was on Byard, and a big chance there by Allison. And he made the nice move, and I really believe he beat Kelly, but it rolled right off his stick.
Yeah, and Kelly made the pad save right with the toe.
Kelly, the busier of the two goaltenders. 25-18, the shots. Dumped back in. Got a big moment there by Kelly and the Rangers. Close call, and icing the call 7 seconds shy of the halfway point here in the third period. Remind everybody to watch Inside the AU West for a weekly look at the players, coaches, and administrators that make Atlantic University sport the ultimate student-athlete experience. Inside the AU West is available to Bell Line 5 customers in Atlantic Canada, Channel 141, as well as TV 1 online. 5 TV 1 brought to you by Bell Line. There's a shot that stopped by Kelly and sit behind the net.
Looking for the tip.
One and done there for the Whalers. And here's the Rangers on a 2-on-2, led by Hardy, trying to split, shot, and a nice save by Chambers. Good quick reactions. Loose puck out front. Whalers, scramble mode. Byard hits the skate of Dewar and goes in behind the net. Here's Foston inside to Hardy. Lawrence holds the line. No, just hops over a stick. They'll have to regroup at center ice area. 9:20 left. Dump in, picked off. Whalers are in the process of change. Nice work there by Allison. Dumped in by the Rangers. Now they'll make changes as we're coming up to 9 to go. Third period. Gold medal hardware championship of the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincials from Berwick. That rolls in and Kelly covers up for the stoppage of play. 8 minutes and 57 seconds left, and this is when things start to get interesting and strategy becomes really crucial here. You can pretty well know that Allison's going to be on here with every second shift.
Yeah, well, without Millett, there's no other guy you can back up the Whalers with. So, yeah, Allison will be a lot of ice time in the last 8 minutes of play.
Shortened bench right now for the Whalers. There's a shot there by Kidney. That's blocked. And that was so close to the blue line. They'll send it 3 wide once again. Allison cut towards the middle. And he tried to center it, but Kidney right back there. Good defensive play as all forwards are pretty well within the area. The trip there that's not called. It's pretty well going to have to be almost maybe like a Brooklyn-sized bruise for there to be a penalty the rest of the way. 8:19 to go. There was a headshot a couple of seconds ago, I thought. Byard on Allison. He was still shaking the cobwebs up as that hits a body. Bounces down. Sullivan. Allison looks like he's a little bit gassed, not going in after the puck right now. Ray out here for a rare shift. Ray, a third liner here all by himself. Here's a lead pass. Dewar got in behind the D. Shot. Stop. Kelly, he didn't know where it was as he did not want to move for fear it squeaked in past the line. Oh, that started as a little bit of a bad change there by the Rangers, and the lead pass. Stewart got in behind the D. Close call. Remains 4-2. Joey Merriam, 6th leading scorer for the Rangers in the regular season, taking the draw. There he is. Out front of the net. He's on here with a line of Kelsey and Frazier. There's a shot that hits a body as the Rangers are now starting to do it defensively. They're getting back. They're getting in shooting lanes. 7.5 left. Third period here from Berwick. Watton will go back down in his own zone out of Dartmouth, the 6'2", 175-pounder. Lead pass. Dewar kicks it. Center ice area. Works out for the good. Here's Moore. He'll bounce it in. Go in after it. Lawrence with a good stick. Chopping it away from Moore. Watton now. Wrist shot. Wide of the net. Allison, as we mentioned, to be second. Every second shift, he'll be out there, and he's out there right now. That's picked off by Lawrence. They were trying to hit Kelsey, but a little bit too far. The Rangers will change. Open ice here. Rude calling for the pass. There, he gets it. Sit in. Sack. Up to Daniels. Daniels trying to chip it by Hunter. Whalers right there. There's a shot and a stop by Kelly.
Great hands by Rude.
Exactly, nice hands. And You're going to see Root join the play. He's known more for his defense prowess, but it's pretty well all hands on deck the rest of the way if they want to get back into it. Down by 2. Sack bumps Root. Have to be impressed with Mike Sack. He has really put on a defensive performance here today. He kind of missed most of the second half of last year for the Penguins, but just got back in time for Provincials. Would like to win provincial championships back-to-back, and that's the same for Riley Kidney as well as Joey Merriam. That will be brought back as the Rangers have iced the puck with 5:59 left to go. Chance for everybody to take a breather. Sorry, Cole.
The Whalers have to be questioning themselves. I mean, they've had the pressure for over half this game, and they just can't seem to beat Kelly.
Well, right now the things are getting a little bit harder because it seems like Paul Hunt is now really stressed defense because you could see all 5 forwards there right down close, really not letting anything get through as that hits a body. I believe it hit Ware out front. Here is Foston. A little bit of a hook. Nothing called. Allison making a nice move. And Taylor defending well. There's Ware now trying to set up McInnes and blocked by Taylor. The defenseman here of Taylor, Sack, and Matthews playing fantastic D and really not getting the Whalers anything too dangerous in that slot areas. Kelly on that long shot holds on to it for the whistle with 5:19 left. As you mentioned, the Whalers have been had a lot of pressure through half of this game. They just have not been rewarded in the goal category. 30-19 the shots.
Kelly and the Rangers are playing a very good defensive game.
Linesman was just standing there. Didn't want to move to get in somebody's way of getting the puck, so Whalers still have it. 5 to go, third period. Championship on the line. Hits a body, comes back to the center ice area. The Whalers will have to touch up. Dewar makes a nice move to get away. They'll go cross ice. They're trying to set up Boyd. That's going to be a delayed offside. So now the Whalers have to come out, and now they're onside, ready to start the forecheck. But this will allow the Rangers to get to center ice, dumped in by Daniels and Ben Rude. 4.5 left. Third period, 4-2 score. ACA Rangers leading the Dartmouth Whalers. A wrist shot stopped by Kelly. It might have been wide of the net, but don't take any chances. And they'll get a stoppage, and that will allow them to make the changes. They needed some fresh legs out here. 4 minutes and 24 seconds left. Third period.
You kind of have to wonder with the pressure that the Whalers have been able to do, will Chambers go off early for the extra attacker?
Interesting situation my broadcast colleague has brought up. We will pay attention to Chambers. The meantime, Riley Kidney, who has 2, looking for another one. There's a shot. Chambers. I don't know. I wasn't not too happy about Chambers' stop there. Personally, myself, he's a little bit deep in the blue ice on that shot. He's been stellar throughout this championship, but just on that shot there by Kidney, he was a little deep. Here's Allison. He blows a tire. You know, earlier in the championship, in the meantime, here's Riley Kidney with a chance for a shot, and it's stopped by Chambers. I was just going to say, earlier in the championships, we saw Allison go for a dash and a skate and a good scoring chance. He's been a little bit snake bitten today. Sometimes the hockey gods may not be on your side on things. He's had chances, but that time was unable to get the shot and fell down.
Allison's hurt on the play. Allison skated very awkwardly back to the bench.
There's Dewar, scores!
Oh, wow. This is good. You wanted a dandy of a third period. You got it. Allison's going to have to play through the pain, and he's going to have to get back on the ice for another shift because the Whalers are back in this game with 3:32 left.
16:28, the time of the goal. If anything, what that's done is that will maybe change Brian Boucher's strategy because he might have thought of possibly about pulling Chambers out here around the 2-minute mark, but now, of course, they'll probably change that philosophy, and all of a sudden, it's game on here, my friend. 3.5 left. Dewar unassisted, 16-28. Here we go. And that's the thing, you have pressure. The hockey gods are going to, also, I talked about the hockey gods there with Allison, how things not going his way. And, of course, you talked about the injury. Well, sometimes also they're on your side because they know darn well there's a turnover. And just a couple seconds ago, as I was saying how well defensively the Rangers were playing. Turnover down low, but it won't cost them this time. Dewar diving to keep it in. Just my point is that the harder working team wasn't getting the bounces. They may be turning the momentum around, but they've got some work to do. 2:39 left. Things starting to get loud here in the Kings Mutual Arena. And the shot stopped by Kelly, and Hunt driving towards the net. And Kelly kept his composure for the stop. 2 minutes and 33 seconds left.
What a job by Kelly. I mean, 3 goals doesn't show how well he's done in this game, but those 32 shots do.
29 save performance so far, and by the looks of things, he may not be done in terms of that. That tips off the stick of Kelsey. He can't get it out as Watton there holds the line. 2:23 left. Rangers now just holding on for dear life. 2-goal lead. That's gone by the wayside. It's a 1-goal lead, but they flip it just outside the line, but no further as Ben Rude with the good hands. Flips it in and goes in after it. 4-3 the score. Centering here, McInnes. Unable to get anything good in terms of composite, and Kelsey will send it down the ice, and it will get across the icing line with 1 minute and 53 seconds. This building, which, for the home team not being here, pretty filled. A good turnout here this afternoon. And boy, they have got their money's worth. This has been an entertaining one. And we're in for a great finish with 1 minute and 53 seconds left. Allison, as my broadcast colleague mentioned, was hurt, but he's out here, takes the draw and wins it. That hits the skate of Daniels and just gets outside the line. 100 seconds left, third period. Once again, the Rangers just holding on. The Whalers with pressure. A berth in the Atlantics. And of course, the Atlantics will be over in Cornwall, Prince Edward Island, the Tricom Thunder, as well as the Mid-Isle Matrix. And a very good team from New Brunswick. Either be Fredericton or D-Up Flyers. As the Rangers are trying to pin it down there, kill some precious seconds. That's Brody Frazier. And now Hunter has it. 1:05 to go, looking for some help. They'll send it down low. They try to set it out front. Whalers now with the puck.
Chambers going off.
Chambers going off. 6th attacker on. Here it is. Championship on the line. 48 seconds left. Whalers, Allison spins. Oh, that gets past Christie and out the line. Christie came in, gave up the line, and it got by. They touch up. Taylor now, 30 seconds left. Whalers try to cycle it. Allison, Rude calling for it. He's ready to the high slot. It's in the blue ice and cleared out of harm's way, but still in the Rangers zone. 19 seconds left. Taylor going down on the play. Try to freeze it and kill some time as the referee blows it dead. 15 seconds left.
Wow.
I know one thing for sure, that the team that wins here are probably, when they go to the Atlantics, are probably going to be in the same situation, but that the Whalers were when they came in this, pretty well. A long shot to get there, a long shot to win it, but a 6 versus 7, nobody dreamt it, but that's what we've got, and we have been entertained with 15 seconds left. Timeout called.
Wow.
Well, I'm not sure if we're going to have overtime, but we'll get all these out right now. And once again, we want to thank the host committee for having us, the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League. And of course, a big thank you to you, Cole Wilston, for coming on the broadcast. It's been a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, but of course, we have to wait to see if this will be the end for us. 15 seconds left to go. 6 attackers. Allison wins the draw. Christie quickly. That goes in behind the net. 9 seconds left. Christie fans on it. Wadden, Chancellor Rangers to clear. It gets out. 3, 2, 1. Your Nova Scotia Major Bantam Provincial Hockey Champions, the ACA Rangers.
You can't imagine a 6th place team going to the Atlantics, but here's the Rangers showing them that that can happen.
The all-credit Auto Rangers and the Whalers gave us a whale of a party. Disappointment for the Whalers. Whalers, of course, were looking for a little bit of a revenge because it was the Rangers that eliminated them from Provincials, but because of the wild card situation, they had the better record of the teams that were eliminated in playoff round and got their ticket punched to this. But it did not happen here this afternoon.
Great job by the Rangers and another great job by the Whalers. The Whalers didn't even think they were going to be in this Provincials until they found out that they were the wildcard team, and they made a run for their money as the wildcard team and showed off a great performance in this tournament.
Joey Merriam, Riley Kidney, Mike Sack, of course, won the Provincial with Pee Wee last year. The East Hants Penguins, their first year in Major Bantam. They'll be going off to Prince Edward Island, Cornwall to be exact, to represent Nova Scotia at the AAA Atlantics. Ben Allison, I know he would have wanted a gold medal in hardware, but he'll be player of the game for the Whalers. Riley Kidney, been there, done that, seen the movie. It's almost a broken record for him to be the player of the game. So, and you can see the coaching staff of the Whalers trying to console their players. Let's get your final thoughts on this one. What we'll do is we will sign off and you'll have a chance to see the medal presentations as they're doing the silver medals to the Dartmouth Whalers. What do you think, Cole? Fantastic tournament.
It was a fantastic tournament. I was glad to be here. Found out about it the Wednesday night before the tournament started, and I'm so glad that I grabbed this opportunity to come and watch this hockey. It was great hockey.
Thank you very much for your work for your whole entire week, and of course, we wish you the best of luck at Ryerson University as you're going to become a Ram in the fall. All the best, and thank you very much for this.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, final score once again. The all-credit Rangers hold on to a 4-3 win and will represent Nova Scotia at the Atlantic AAA Bantam Championships in Cornwall, Prince Edward Island. So for my broadcast colleague, Cole Whiston, and our technical producer and cameraman, Neil Gordon, my name is Dan Hobson. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. So long from Berwick, Nova Scotia. You've been watching the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Provincial Championships on Bell 5 TV 1.